If you have ever written a story, then you probably had no issue with writing the plot, writing the characters, getting the conflicts, what are the obstacles that they're going to face. And when it comes to ending, you just stop. Now you don't know what to do. Now you don't know how to end it. What's the best possible way to end your story? Does the protagonist achieve his goal? Would that be a good ending, or should he not? Should I make it a sad ending or a happy ending or a conflicted ending, or should I make the audience think for themselves and make it ambiguous? Don't worry, that's the phase everyone goes through. I went through, and I've made 4 short films so far, and I've made a lot of story scripts. I've made short films, animations, and a lot of shit to know how to actually end a story. Because growing up, I faced the same issue as well. I start writing a story, I get this really cool idea, I just want to put it onto the paper. I have the characters ready, I have their motivations ready, I have the conflict ready. Everything is nice, it's interesting, it's engaging. And once I get to the ending, now I don't know what to do. Like, how do I quickly tie all the loose ends? How do I quickly answer all the questions that I've raised in the previous segments of the story? I have so much to fit in this single block of space. How do I do that? How do I make it as efficient as possible? I don't want to make it feel rushed. I want to make it feel intentional, but I don't know how to do it. So I went on YouTube in the hopes of finding how to write a good ending. And a lot of people were saying some random bullshit like sad endings are better than happy endings. Make your endings sad. Make your endings unanswered. Keep it ambiguous. They even show a template to use this as an ending, but that'll just make generic endings. And I quickly realized all of that was bullshit. There's no a singular method, a singular format to write a good ending. And I knew that after doing multiple films, like I already told you. I've written short films, I've written animated short films just because I can't act in it, and that's a story for another day. But what I'm saying is, now I know what endings work and what I observed works. There are really 3 things that you need to keep in mind while writing a story. First thing is to always keep the ending inside your mind while writing every single one of your story. See, while writing a scene from a story, the purpose of that scene should align with the ending of the story, the final ending of the story. If you forget, if you don't have a clear ending, then your story will just go in random directions of whatever you feel good on that particular day, and you would just branch out in 5 different ways. So don't be clueless about the end. Think of an ending first. Start with the ending first. Figure out what happens in your story at the end. Then work backwards. Reverse engineer it. That's exactly what I do on all of my short films. I just don't think of a story and just go with it. I just know what my ending should be like. And then I try to make the story move into that direction. You feel me? So the actionable step is just remember, focus on what your ending is, and then just stick to it for every single scene while writing a story. That's basically it. That's basically the first principle. And the second principle is prioritizing emotion over spectacle. Because people only remember what they felt in the ending. They don't remember the spectacle, they don't remember the visuals, what actually happened. They only remember how they felt. As a human, we only remember how we feel. And we like the things that makes us feel something. And that's why we watch it repeatedly. That's why we re-listen the same music again and again, because we like the way it made us feel. Right? It's pretty basic, I know, but people try to make it complicated and try to put 3 different things into one thing and call it an ending. But if the audience doesn't feel, the pain of the character, or doesn't root for the character, or doesn't feel happy with the character in the end, then there's no point in watching the film. In my own short film, Red Hands, in the end, the protagonist dies, the truth with him dies, and the audience is just left there, knowing the truth is buried by someone higher in power. And now no one can save him because control is an illusion. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you just watch my short film, Red Hands. It'll be the link in the description. But at its core, make the audience feel with the character. That's it. That's basically it. That's all the things that I'm ever going to spit out in this second principle. And the third principle is come to an actual resolution. Come to an actual ending. Don't try to be this ambiguous little shit. Just come to an ending, but don't make it clean. Right? Life is messy, life is unfair, so don't make your stories clean or fair. A really good example is Interstellar, because in the end, the father gets to meet his daughter, but what's the point? She's very old, she's about to die, she's on her deathbed, and he saves the planet through her, but at what cost? It has a resolution, but it isn't clean. In my own short film, B1, the protagonist escapes the time paradox after living inside that loop for multiple months. He finally breaks out of it, but at what cost? He becomes this cold, ruthless killer. Is he even the same person? He lost his sanity, he lost his sense of self, and that's not clean. But it had a good resolution. It has a clear resolution that he escaped the time paradox, and that was it. That's how your stories should be. You should have a clear ending, but it should not be clean. Don't confuse with whatever I said with maybe I should make my stories unanswered. Something should be left unanswered because it will help in the ambiguity of it. It'll help in the increasing the curiosity of the audience. Honestly, man, I've tried that as well. It's not really how it goes. People just get fed up if you don't have a clear resolution. They would just hate you for it. So don't try to make it ambiguous. And that's it. That's the three principles that you need to get right in order to make a good ending. And once you write a story and you want a feedback from me or someone else's, you can just join my community, man. There are many people just like you and me who want to get better at filmmaking, who are like-minded, who are disciplined, who want to make good films, and you can even connect with them. There's also a course that I've made where I teach people how to write compelling stories from scratch, and you can also get access to it for free for now, because I'll start charging soon once enough people join. So it'll be best if you just join now when it's free. Stop watching this video and make your story and just post it in the community, man. And I'll see you there.